my friend, it's Pat Sloan here for Tackle It Tuesday, and I decided that today would be a sew day, but that doesn't really happen. It doesn't. You pick a day, you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on, I'm not going to do anything else. And so far I haven't sewn anything, and it is 2:15 in the afternoon, but I did get other things done. I got glasses in my shopping cart. I had to do a lot of research to find a frame that was the right size, which is a little bigger than these in certain places, is lightweight, can take my progressives, is a certain size, unit, like the framing unit, the eyeglass piece is a certain height, all because that works best for me and my vision. And I found like two, so I'm going to pick one of those, which will not be red, but that's okay. Maybe another day, some other year, I'll do red again, but that's okay. I was actually looking for like a gray modeled, but I couldn't, like a gray tortoise, and I found a gorgeous pair, but they were not lightweight, they weren't the right size, Anyways, okay, so we did that. I answered a bunch of emails. I don't know why we have so many emails today, but I answered them. And let's see, then I decided I needed to go into my Hello Kitty Island Adventure. If you're playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which is a video game, I play it on my PC. You write me in the Fireside chat. I know at least one person is, but I don't remember who you were. So write in there again, because I had to go check on a few things, because I've got to start the day off right. You had to do that first. I'm trying to get the trowel for Wish Me Mel, so I could dig up flowers. It's very important. Someday I should have a little discussion about how amazing it is to use your brain to work through puzzles and logic in video games. It is, I think, much more effective than doing crossword puzzles, but that's my opinion because I don't like crossword puzzles. Okay, so then what I do? All right, so I did an update on the Critter page for all of those who have been writing me, the small group of you, that I needed your names to add to the Critter page, and so I'll be able to put them on the Critter label. So I did that. Then I was able to sort of look at everything here and decided, well, the very first thing I needed to do was empty bins of finished projects, get the fabrics so that I could put them away. And let's look at that. So I went through here. Let's go. Here's what I have going on because I need to empty bins. So this is the March, plus I have to make binding. This was the backing that I had originally picked for March, but then I found the other one. I'm ordered wide back, so I need to put these yellows away. I had stuff from London Town, need to put that away, and need to make binding for London Town, and then one of our friends sent this super cute, super cute little patch, and I think I'll put that on a label. I made myself a list. This was the first thing that I spent the morning on, trying to find a pair of lightweight glasses in the exact size that I need. It's an effort, but I think I found a pair. I have it in the cart waiting. So what I have to do is pull all this out. This was a Valentine line. I never did make anything, but I still think it's so pretty, but I think I'm going to decide to just break it up and put it into my stash. This was a pattern that we got in one of the Jolly Bars, and I think, yeah, so I have to figure out why that's in there. And then empty all of this and put it in the bin. So all of that has to happen before the bin stuff has to all happen. Bin stuff must happen before I go ahead and make the bindings and the backing for that guy. Also, I emptied this one already and put my pen is drying out that one, so I got to get another pen. But I managed to get mushrooms, so this is going to be for the mushroom quilt along. So I'll put the pattern and some fabric in there. All right. Oh, and then I am going to continue stitching on the leprechaun for April to get it done, get the whole thing done, because I have the outer arch and little sprinkles that, you know, you can see them up there, little sprinkles. So this will be out to finish and enjoy next year. Then I'll go back to the kitty. I can't wait to go back to that. It's so cute. All right, let's get going. So while I'm putting these away, which I will put in the yellow, because even though this one has peach and the bluebirds, the background is yellow, which makes me look at this and think yellow. Now, glancing in here, one of the things that I just noticed was, like, I've looked at this several times going, why is this in here? Why is this in here? The background rather, is white. It's got a lot of blue here in these things, and then the yellow. So this could easily go in the blue bin, and I think I am going to transfer it there, because so many times I look in here, and when I'm looking at the top of it, I don't think yellow, I think blue. So we'll try it. We'll put it in the blue and see if when I look in the blue bin, I think it's out of place, because that's really the key for me. It's like, it, you know, it might be in place to you here. It might look totally fine. You go like, yeah, that's yellow. Somebody else like me might go, I don't know. I keep wondering why it's in there. So let's try blue. And that's how I sort stuff. This one will definitely go in here. Now I thought, what about binding for the lemon? Maybe I'll do the gingham. I think that would be super cute, the gingham. I don't really have a good stripe right now, in like a yellow and white stripe. And I don't want to add another color to the yellow. I'm going to try to keep it. So I think I'm going to leave I'm going to use this one. So I had to add binding, because, you know, I didn't have it on the list. Okay, the other thing is I could do this yellow, but it'll be very solid. This I've had for a long time. But I think I'm going to go with the gingham. So I'm not quite done with this. Now I have everything, you see, I have like piles by color here. But also I realized that the Halloween project, I had this basket, and I think what I did a while back when I actually put this stuff, this is like a novelty Halloween fabric. I think in my big basket that had the Halloween stuff, I took this out of there and put it in here so I could put it in this room and have it available. So what I need to do is go check, because I don't remember. There's been Halloween stuff in this one big basket with that one project for years and years and years. And I don't know now, I don't remember what I did. It was like the massive frenzy of reorganizing in January. And so I did do something, because these fabrics have nothing to do with that project. So I did pull the novelties out. But I'm gonna get the other camera and we're gonna go and look and see what's in there. Like a surprise, it'd be like Christmas. All right, I peeked in here. These are other projects I've either started or probably not started for the most part. One, I did one block. All right, so what I probably did then is I moved everything. So let me just check in here. I think these are also, yeah, this is just some other storage stuff and a piece that I need to fix for my niece. Okay, so let's go back. Well, 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 I did do a big clear out, and I knew that I had, but I had not really had to go back and look for anything since I did all that. So fantastic, fantastic. I have that Halloween project that I'm thinking of is something I'm taking once a month when I go to meet with my friends to sew in person. So that is in a bag that I take for that. And that means this basket are the Halloween novelties that I kept. And otherwise, orange was with orange, black is with black, you know, that kind of a thing. So I didn't keep that stuff all together anymore, which is great. Is great. I'm happy. So that means this can go back under here. I don't have to do anything. And I will move on next, and I will take the fabrics. Whoops, let me just put this up here. So I've got fabrics to put away, and I've got fabrics for binding. So these are things to put away all over here. And then binding, binding, binding. The lemon, March, block, and London Town. And then this one, I have to do backing and binding. So these are the 4 things I'm going to focus on. Plus, I have to do the rest of the blocks for lemon chiffon. probably will not be getting to the Grandma's Kitchen sashing today. I probably won't be doing any of that. I'll focus on these other 4 projects and first putting all these fabrics away. And at the end of the video here, I'll probably come back and show you what I did, what I got done today. Maybe there'll be a clip in between while I'm working on it. And then at the end here, I pulled some more for a final March block a day, because there's so many of you that were finishing up for March, for the last day of March. Your goal was to get the top done for the last day of March. And some of you got the whole quilt done for the last day of March. And I collected a bunch of those that came in the last days of March so that we could take a look at them, because there's so many fantastic options. And that pattern is, I think, very fun and fast and easy for you to customize if you've got some large prints and things like that. So we'll take a look at the final group of those at the end. I decided to look in my binding basket that stays under there, and I've already opened it. I found, this was rolled up. It was rolled up like this. This is assigned to something. And I found this that was not assigned to anything. And I think it's enough. The problem is, I think it's enough for the March block a day, because that blue would be fantastic on there. It would work well with all the fabrics in there. So I wouldn't have to make that binding, but I have to measure it. So it's either make new binding or get the quilt out and measure it, because I don't think I have the size. Oh, I do have the size. I can figure out the size. Hold on. And success! I have enough of this, and it's a great color. It'll work fine. I also cut for the Halloween and the lemon chiffon and London. Like, what is this one? London town. All right, so there's 4 right here, ready for me to, well, this one's done because the quilt has to be quilted, but these 3 I will get made, and then, then onto that backing. And then I can go on to the lemon chiffon top. Okay, so before we look at the parade, one thing that one of our friends mentioned, and I can't remember if this was in the group or here at YouTube, and you might hear some banging, that is Greg working on a maintenance project. So whatever. But one of our friends said that she found herself rushing to finish a block, rushing to get something done so that she wouldn't be behind. And all of a sudden she stopped and realized that she wasn't enjoying her hobby at all. It became like a job. It became a job she felt behind on, etc. I might be paraphrasing here, but and I think that's important to realize for ourselves. It's kind of like one of those organizational things for ourselves. Like, this is our hobby, and if you've given yourself a deadline to finish something, then reevaluate if it's not working out for you. Don't deliver if you don't have to. If you can, adjust things. But anyways, take a few moments every now and then to just check yourself. Do a little check, see where you are with things. Be sure that you are still enjoying yourself with your hobby, and that you aren't sort of forcing yourself to do things, which makes it not very fun, right? All right. Time for a parade of some more of your March quilt tops. Let's go. We start off with Amanda's awesome version where she put stars in there. Look at that. You're going to find some really cool versions here today. And this one will be donated to a veteran. Amy's is using this wonderful fabric that I love so much. It is called Curiouser and Curiouser by Tulip Pink, and it is Alice in Wonderland inspired. Oh, I've not done anything with mine. Maybe I have to do one of these. And use the Halloween fabric that's in the quilt that Yvonne finished for me with the panels that she put in the centers of the squares. You can see October 31st. You see the panels were bigger than that square, but she trimmed them down to the focus areas, which worked perfectly. And she added a border for those of you thinking about that. Carmen's is finished, and she said she gave it as a gift already. Isn't that spectacular? Look at those pinky reds in the center. Oh, love them, love them, love them. Sherry did a classic black and white. Isn't that gorgeous. Wow, wow, so cool. Cindy's, she finished on March 31st. Yay! The angels sang. Look at, I just love these fabrics. They are gorgeous. Oh, that kind of limey green with the turquoise and the pink and the blacks. Yum, it could be navy. That could be deep navy. We have Irene here with classic blue and yellow. Blue and gold. The end of your sports team's colors. I think that's a classic color combo, but this looks fantastic. And she did a different setting than a lot of them. Jennifer used her Promise Me fabric, my fabric line, and look at this. It is so pretty. And it's finished. Woohoo! Good job. Jill's, and she said this one would be donated to a veteran. It's a, kind of a patriotic. She's got patriotic fabrics in there. That looks so good. Jules went with the fall fabrics, and she used that pumpkin for the centers of everything. So several of you kept the centers all with the same fabric, which is really cool. And then she did Scrappy. Julie, this is her 3rd year, she said, doing the march with me. Oh, I'm so happy that you keep doing them. They are fun. They are a great finish. Yours is awesome. I love that fabric too. Just so pretty. And she'd see how she repeated that one sort of focus fabric in the strips around so she get it all over. Looks so good. Well, we got Linda's here in rainbow colors. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. Mary Jane's did mostly solids. This is spectacular. Look at that. And it's a bit bigger. So she made some changes to make it a bit bigger. Nada's in grays, or they could be a blue, but I think they might be grays. Oh, it is spectacular and very scrappy, but it's not colors all over the place. When you use similar color family, it really keeps it together, if that's the look that you want. Sharon's, look at this, look at that. Look at the print. I think that's my floral in the middle. Not 100%, but I think it might be. And then she does all kinds of, it's a great butterfly print on the outside. That looks so good. Sarah's is scrappy, and it's pastel, or kind of lighter color scrappy. So pretty. And I just love those colors. Love everything. Everybody's. Sheila went for fall, and she has leaves in the middle of everything, and then kept like each of the boxes, a green box, red box, gold box. So that worked out really nicely. Stephanie's in turquoise with a little pop of green in there. Just perfect. Suzanne's, she did a scrappy I Spy type of thing. So hers, if you look in there, there's a lot of novelty prints, and that is so fun. Just look around, see what's in there. Teresa's, look, another one with blocks. See, it is so fun to be able to do blocks in there. And if you've got random leftover blocks, use them up. This is a perfect way. And Teeny has 2. The first one is with these beautiful, beautiful fabrics here. They're so fun. It's got, I think that's a little, the green is snow, so they're snowmen. Oh, so cute. And then she did a second version where, like the same color, like there's an orange and a green. And then within that, she controlled keeping that one fabric the same for the center and then the outer rim. Thank you for sharing your March block a day and for sewing with me. So many of you did the boxy version like I did, but then there are many of you that did the other setting, or you rotated your blocks a different way. And of course, there were others that I did not gather up. There's just too many. And I really appreciate you sewing along in March. And I hope that it helped you kind of push through that month and make it into April. Yay! So my Tackle It Tuesday, I am pretty excited. I will get, even though I did a bunch of things that were not totally sewing, and I still will get some sewing in for today, and that makes me happy to get some things off my list, which is still fun, remember. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. Tell me what your Tackle It Tuesday item is. I'll see you online.